So for question 31, we need to go through each of these three code segments and check them all one at a time to see which one will produce the correct code. A good idea in these types of questions where you have to check several code segments to see which one works, and the question is talking about an array, is just to create an array of your own. So I'm going to create this array, just a small array, 2, 5. I'm just making these numbers up. Let's put a negative number in it as well, and let's put a 0 in there as well, I guess. So this is index position 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's check code segment number 1. So this code looks a little bit weird because I is starting from -1, and clearly you can't have index position -1. So it doesn't look right, but we still need to trace this through a little bit, because just because -1 is in the code, it doesn't mean we actually get onto that index position. So in the example we have here, nums.length is going to be equal to 4 because our array has 4 index positions. So -1 less than or equal to nums.length minus 2. Well, nums.length minus 2, if .length is 4, then nums.length subtract 2 is 2. So is -1 less than or equal to 2? Yes. And here's the crucial thing to notice. We increment I before we enter the if conditional. That means I will increment by 1 and become 0, and we're accessing index position 0. That is allowed. The element at index position 0 is a positive number, so we don't actually check this conditional statement, and then we go up and we check the Boolean in the while loop again. Now we've incremented I by 1, so I is equal to 0. Is 0 less than or equal to 2? Yes, it is. So we increment by 1 again, and we check index position 1. So you can kind of get a picture of what's happening here. We're going to go up to 0, and then 1, we'll get up to 2, and we will get up to 3 as well. So this will actually check all the elements in the array. This is exactly what we want. This is good. For code segment 2, okay, here we have a loop which is starting at index position 1. If nums1 is less than 0, well, what happened to nums0? We have to check the first element position as well. This code isn't checking the first element position, so this isn't going to cut it. For the third code segment, okay, this is how you would increment through the array. That's correct. But the problem here is that I does not represent an index position. I represents, when you use the enhanced for loop, I represents an element in the array. It does not represent an index position, so this is incorrect. The only code which works is the first one, so the correct answer is A.